you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that bell notification stays lit like that. You guys will not miss out for any future updates. You guys don't want to miss out. You guys know the markets are pumping. At a moment's notice, you're seeing things rally up. You're seeing BTC right now as we're live, breaking $109,000 BTC. That's why we keep the bell notification lit. That's why we don't get shaken out, because we know that the markets belong to us. So let's go ahead and share this live stream. We're coming to you guys nice and early, catching some of the UK guys, some of the guys across the pond, like we like to say in crypto. I think we say it abroad, actually. But welcome in, everybody. Make sure you guys share this in the main TG of XPX. If you guys are pulling up, share this on X, share it on TikTok, share it on Facebook. Make sure your friends don't get shaken out. Make them say, hey. Make them say, That's the type of day it is today, everybody. It's looking good. $3.36 trillion market cap on the overall market. We got BTC pumping up, looking really healthy at 109,000. Ethereum, we got some bullish news we're going to cover once the room fills up. Once the stream gets really live, man, we got to get the shares up. Call all the bullish communities up in here, and we're going to post some links while we're getting the room to fill up, actually, and get kind of ahead of the game for those pulling up. Those who are pulling up for that $500 giveaway, make sure you guys come over here and register. A lot of those giveaways will be sent out tomorrow. We've been sending them out nonstop, so don't feel left out. Don't worry, yours is coming. So long as I'm getting them, I'm going to keep sending them, and we'll make this the $500 giveaway stream so long as they keep sending them to everybody. Just keep filling up in that room. Verify where your UID number, and make sure that you guys tap in with me using my referral link for BYD5, where it is very easy to print, everybody. Obviously there's some technical things that you should practice. There's a demo trading where you guys can trade for free. I think a lot of people should do that, or use some of the trial funds that we're going to be sending you guys, some of the bonuses that you guys can tap into. A lot of you guys also, those degens, can tap into some of the Moon X stuff on this BYD5, which really tells you how far crypto has come along. The fact that you got Deck Screener right on here, the fact that they know that, hey, these things are here to stay, and they got new listings even for you guys, for those looking for things coming right out and doing a little bit of that daddy needs a new pair of shoes. You could do that as well right here on BYD5, right? So come check this out, everybody. I see the stream starting to fill up. Welcome in, everybody. GM, like they say in the space, right? We might as well say it as well. Let's go ahead and see if we're live everywhere. Yes, live and live action for sure. All right, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Rico Moneybags. We're going to be talking about some crypto today, talking about some bullish Ethereum news, talking about some XPX, talking about crypto overall, your favorite projects, whatever community actually has a community and actually pulls up and sends this into Telegram and says, hey, there's this guy calling us out saying that we actually have a community, we should pull up. Send that over. So right now we got BTC doing his dance. I do got some bullish news to go over, because I think this really highlights where we're at in crypto, everybody. Live here for sure. What's up, fam? But look at this. We got BNB chain just hit a new weekly DEX volume high of $46.78 billion, right? Nothing to see here, everybody, but actually a whole lot to put together. The fundamentals actually in crypto are looking better and better every single day. It's kind of wild, because there was a time where, you want to talk about a speculative asset. I mean, it was as speculative as it gets, but because it has that cloud and has had that cloud over itself for so long, it's almost like something people want to hold on to. But really, this is just going to keep growing. This is never going to stop, fam. And it's not just me saying that. This is not, something that, being a moon boy, I'm automatically just going to be saying. It's really just happening, right? So we got Wall Street giants are quietly moving billions onto Ethereum. Here's why, everybody. So let's go into this really quick as the stream fills up, because I think this is very bullish to highlight. And I think this is where, we have that legendary altcoin season that I've been talking about to everybody. And I've been saying, like, I truly believe that we're in a super cycle, but we just can't tell. And like, I swear when I say that, people almost get like a, a twitch in their neck. But I mean, how many more things do you need for these things to line up to let you know that this is the way that the world is going to operate in the future? Now, we get to have fun with crypto. We get to have those euphoric moments. But when we really peel back all the hype and we pull back all this stuff, it's a different cryptocurrency today than it was before. It's not just based off of hype. It's not just speculative. Well, it still is, honestly. The whole market is. But nonetheless, you're seeing some really serious foundations, some serious pillars being built around cryptocurrency. These being a few of them. So the trading giant launches tokenized stocks on Ethereum Arbitron, pushing its stocks above $100. Everybody, this is what's going to happen. The whole stock market is going to be traded on the blockchain. Why? Well, one reason being simply that it trades 24 hours a day. You don't think that, all these market makers and all these people that are on the normal stock exchange that, closes on Friday and is closed over the weekend, that's old school stuff right there. We have just not had nothing to replace that. And this is the future of how stocks are going to be traded. You will see that this is just going to be more and more a 24-hour show, just like we've seen crypto work over the years. And they can see that obviously crypto can handle this type of bandwidth, right? So financial heavyweights expand tokenization efforts using Ethereum based layer 2 networks. I've been telling a lot of people, do not sleep on Ethereum. Ethereum used to always trail Bitcoin. I've been in crypto for a while, and for some reason, there was a large gap on Ethereum and BTC now. But for the longest time since I've been watching crypto, ETH has always stayed relatively close to BTC. It's been this last couple runs that it really just took off, right? Really stretched his legs. But ETH used to be that big performer, even a bigger performer than BTC after the halving, and that did not happen this time. This is the one time that that did not happen. And I really just really think that Ethereum, although a lot of people feel it's a wet noodle, I know my brother AD probably listening right now. I was just talking to him, but it's undervalued. It's one undervalued wet noodle, if that's what you guys want to call it. It might be slow, but you're seeing more reasons why Ethereum is huge, everybody. Ethereum's price climbs as public firms shift reserves and Wall Street embraces on-chain finance, everybody. This right here is how all those people who said that there was not going to be an altcoin season, they're going to be super wrong. Not only do you get your automatic altcoin season because this thing's programmed and life is very fractal, and it tends to repeat itself some way or another. But really, we're getting this like almost altcoin season on steroids that I've been talking about because of all this stuff right here. Ethereum's price climbs. You don't think Arbitron's price is going to climb? They're telling you what's going on right now. They're literally giving you the roadmap right here. What's going on? You just got to stop, fumbling your bag and basically, lock in and own this .com moment for yourself, right? These markets truly do belong to you right now before they sew it all up and then they hit the switch where everybody has to come in. Imagine the stock market, everybody moving over to crypto because now it's 24/7. They're going to love that. They're going to be making money nonstop instead of waiting over the weekends for Monday to come around to start printing again. Now they get to print 24/7. They like to do that, right? Ethereum has become the blockchain of choice for some of the world's most powerful financial institutions at EthCC 2025. And Keynes, leader from major firms, reveal how they are moving billions of dollars onto Ethereum through tokenized products and on-chain services. Vitalik Buterin told audiences that Ethereum's strength lies in reliability. Institutions, he said, because you want something that's that stable and that reliable, so the institutions and people that are coming from, retail and the normies, the boomers, all that stuff that's coming in, it's they need to see that clarity. They need to see that, that it's very and it's that stable, right? And consistency available. Ethereum is reliable for large and sensitive transactions, unlike other networks, which at times go offline. And that's what we don't want. Check this out right here. This is huge, everybody. Robin said it was launching tokenized stocks and ETFs on Arbitron Layer 2 network. What? Like, how are you fumbling your bag right now in the hottest adoption period of cryptocurrency? I'm telling you, this is how you have that legendary altcoin season. This is how you get mass adoption on cryptocurrency. It's just like this. Now it's going to be really hard for people to ignore the blockchain idea when some of their favorite stocks are now being traded on the weekend, because they're on the blockchain, right? So, like I said, Robinhood said it was launching tokenized stocks and ETFs on the Arbitron Layer 2 network on Ethereum. The service, which was launched in Europe, will be the first time that a U.S. listed company is going to be placing stocks on chain with Ethereum rails. The news drove Robinhood shares up by 30%. I mean, it's pretty easy right now. You could get Robinhood stock right now. You can basically get some Arbitron. I've always been bullish on Arbitron, especially when it had that moment where it really pumped up and all those meme coins brought that adoption to it. It really showed that it can handle the bandwidth. That's what they do with meme coins. Meme coins are a good way for you to see and for you to prove that you can handle mass transactions. Didn't you see how Solana kind of cleared up a lot of their past with these meme coins launching and all this volume, right? When in the past, Solana could not handle that. It would go offline and stuff like that. So here we go. I mean, this is mass adoption. So we got the Duchess Bank is also freshly constructing a token platform on the Ethereum ZK Sync chain. The platform will assist assets managers in issuing and operating tokenized funds on their financial products in a compliant manner. BlackRock's tokenized fund Build, running on Ethereum, continues to offer on-chain access to yield for qualified investors. The funds allows redemptions in USDC. You got to put all these little things together right here, and highlights how Ethereum is powering the real world financial tools. Right here, they're telling you which stable coin they're going with, and we've known this, right? But there's a lot. This is what I talk about when I'm saying reading between the lines, because there's a lot of bullish news right here, but there's a lot of lucrative things right here. Now, I would be looking, obviously I've been saying it for a while on Ethereum, but maybe Arbitron. Maybe this is something you start to look at, and we can come over here and see Arbitron's price and see what we're on right now. If I can find it. Here we go. Here we go. We're up 7.7% on the week, and it's at 33 cents. Do you think that it can stay at 33 cents with this kind of bullish news? Now, is there going to be short-term volatility? Absolutely. But, I mean, that is some really, really serious things to really think about when it comes to, Arbitron and whatnot like that. And honestly, this is what is going to continue to happen. This is not just like where, this is literally the tip of the iceberg. So institutions scale tokenize as Ethereum proves dependable, right? Coinbase filed with the U.S. SEC to offer tokenized public equities, signaling another step toward on-chain stock trading. Kraken also confirmed plans to offer 24/7 tokenized equity trading in selected global markets using Ethereum infrastructure. This right here is what I'm telling you guys about, that legendary altcoin season is real. The people who keep saying that the altcoins are not going to happen, not only does it happen because it's programmed and things are fractal. I mean, they just are, fam. Okay, it's not because I'm saying this; they just are, right? We've seen this happen time and time again. But right now, we're seeing gasoline being poured on the altcoin season. That's the way that I would see it. Like, I really truly believe that the way that crypto works, it would continue to scale up no matter what. But the fact that you're seeing them pour gasoline on the alts, it's crazy. They're telling you Arbitron. They're telling you Ethereum. These are the alts, everybody. For what? So they can get these fees and trade 24/7. You got Coinbase and Kraken, some of the biggest platforms, already making plans and, basically already offering this for the future for people to trade tokenized stocks 24/7. So Tomas from the Ethereum Foundation said institutions are drawn to Ethereum because of its 10-year record of uptime and focus on censorship resistance. Such characteristics are essential in making high-value transactions. This right here is crucial, and I kind of want to bring XPX into this right here. This right here, this 10-year record. When you're building something that's for real, the more time that you have in the market, just like how a lot of people are, looking to partner up with us and a lot of things that we're doing, the more credibility you have. Like, time in the market beats timing the market. Do not get overwhelmed. Do not get shaken out, because I'm telling you guys, we basically just have to stay put till the market gigascends. That's all you have to do. You keep building, you keep providing value, and the markets will literally come to you. What's happening to Ethereum right now? The markets are coming to Ethereum, literally. So that's all that needs to happen. Everything's going to come to crypto. So that 10-year record time really shows that credibility and conviction in the space for sure. The native coin ETH on the Ethereum network increased by almost 6% in the ETHCC week. Stocks of companies such as BitMine, BitDigital, and SharpLink Gaming increased massively when they converted treasury reserves into ETH. Nothing to see here, right? No altcoin season? Are you kidding me? I mean, I know that it sucks because we didn't get it when we thought, but that's just life, everybody. That's kind of just like how this thing kind of plays out a lot of time. But whether or not you don't get to go, life doesn't discriminate against you like that. Sometimes we get bent out of shape because it's not happening when we want. But just let it happen, because I really believe that everybody gets a chance to pass go and collect 200. You just don't have to mess it up before we get there, right? So ETFs based on Ethereum were able to retain capital and currently control approximately $11 billion. ETH has been used by one half of the stablecoin market, which is expanding its influence in the mainstream finance at a fast pace. Ethereum's reliability and openness are driving a quiet but powerful shift as Wall Street firms integrate blockchain into core operations. I mean, that is altcoin season with gasoline, turpentine, any other team you want to put on it. And it's going to be hot, right? Is it happening when we thought, right? Like we thought that was going to happen, right away in April? No, it didn't happen. But I'd rather that it still happen than to get robbed from it all completely. So here we are with BTC. It was just at 109,000. We got the overall crypto market at 3.36 trillion, fam. Bullish news after bullish news. I mean, confirmation after confirmation. And letting you know that altcoin season is going to be a lot of fun for those who can, really hang in there and really make things happen. So, of course, we covered this before. Again, Hong Kong prepares third batch of tokenized bonds. This is letting you guys know what's going to happen in the future for all things, cryptocurrency, right? So let's go to Bitcoin's price. Let's see what we got going on. We got a beautiful breakout on the 1 hour chart, man. Shout out to Delatoshi. We're going to be having Blunt House up very soon. I'm going to bump into him on this next little thing in the TG and the FEG TG. If you guys have been, do not miss out on that. I mean, Blunt is a wealth of information, and if you're the smartest man in the room, you're in the wrong room. So the fact that you can kind of sneak into this TG with on the FEG token TG and get this guy with all this information, you guys will hear me on the edge of my seat, literally asking him this, asking him that, and just kind of be kind of excited about it, because you want to get as much information out of somebody like that as you can, right? Usually the game is sold, not told, and the man's just telling it. So I have a lot of fun with Blunt, and I've been using this indicator that has been, shown to be extremely powerful. So definitely let him know I sent you guys over there. I've been joking with him. I'm gonna have to get a referral code for this thing, because you know what? I've been pushing it. It's strong. It's a strong indicator, something that I layered together. And obviously, there's some moments where it can be what I call loud, where it seems like there's some noise right here. But these are the ones that I've been highlighting to you guys. When you have the buy signal and kind of that break over the 50 right around the same time, you'll see that that's very powerful, right? And we had some of that case of that first mouse gets the squeeze, second one gets the cheese. That's all the cheese they gave them. We broke over the 50 moving average, and now we got this gap being filled on this 1 hour chart. And I'm just going over this right now for everybody who pulled up yesterday. That's why it's important to have the bell notification lit. I know sometimes people might be like, man, we're talking about Bitcoin around these same ranges, but you know what? We got to talk about it when it's going down. We got to refine this thing when it's going up, and keeping ourselves in check like this really helps to make sure we're sharp on our game and we don't get lost in the sauce with a lot of noise in the space. Just a couple weeks ago, everybody was just telling you that, to recycle this, and I don't know what they were saying, but we stay locked in, right? We know what's going on because we have a Bitcoin rainbow chart that tells us which way this thing is going. So 1 hour chart, we got this beautiful break over the 50 moving average with a beautiful buy signal with beautiful gap to be filled right here with an upper valley range at 109,000. $613, which is looking really nice. We got, what is this? Fight X is where the people decide. Ooh, I like that. Pull up the whole Fight X community so we can bring that project up. I'll look it up after we're done going over the main ones, some of the main ones up on the ticker. But Fight X, welcome in. We're going to check out your project and check out your community. Tell them to get in here. Say, hey, we got some guy checking out Fight X. He's over here super bullish on our project. Let's go show him some love, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. But it doesn't get much more beautiful than this. I know if I add the 200 moving average, we're going to have a break over that as well, right? Or we'll actually bounce off of it on the higher time frames. You'll see it. This is something that I use as well. I know it's getting kind of noisy for everybody, this 200 moving average. That's why I don't put it on, because this is like when you're locked in all the way, right? And you don't want to get analysis paralysis. You really can get away with using it kind of like this. I like to see where we're at above the 200 moving average or underneath it. And also this trading indicator comes with the parabolic SAR, where it gives you these, these little crosses right here to let you know the entries and exit and stuff. And that's essentially all we're doing, right? There's a million different ways for you to identify the trend and what makes sense to you. and it's something that you should practice possibly on BYD-Fi. Use a demo account, use some of the trial funds. If you guys are pulling up right now, I see we got a lot of people. I'm going to shill it right now so you guys can get in for that $500 giveaway. We'll send out the next batch tomorrow, so just be ready for that. And don't worry, there's no discrimination. Just keep pulling up, and we're gonna make sure that everybody gets a piece of that pie. So long as they got it, I'm gonna keep giving it away. I'm gonna keep like, hey, let's do another one. And they keep saying yeah, I'm just gonna keep dishing it out, fam. So keep sending me your UID numbers, and a matter of fact, we'll just do that right now. Come right here to this link right here. Go ahead and verify it. I see that Fight X community pulling up. That's what's up. We're definitely going to bring you guys up, man. There's no way that I call you guys and you guys actually go to the TG and bring your community and we don't bring it up. So definitely get your whole community in here, because we are going to bring you guys up and showcase what you guys got going on. If you guys would like, go ahead and join this referral link right here, and then join this Telegram right here. When you join, you're going to have to hit /verify and put in your UID number, the one that you get after you sign up. So like that, you can be in for the winning of the $500. And it's really simple. Just those who are coming in, I'm just giving it away, okay? So that's as simple as it gets to get some free money right off the table. Everybody is yours if you guys want it. And just keep pulling up, because we're most likely going to keep doing this, and we'll milk. And I got nothing but love and respect for BYD-Fi. They know that I'm joking. I'm wild and stuff, but we'll keep milking them for $500 for the whole space until, we'll get the word out there for everybody. We'll see how long we can run it for, right? I love giving you guys some funds and some ways to play around. What the is Zeus? What we got the crow and knife style Zeus. Hey, get the Zeus people, get in here. Let Goose know to send a wave in. We're gonna be bringing up Zeus as well. The more people we get in here as we're doing these live streams, the more eyes we get on all your guys' projects. So be patient. I'm going to showcase all your guys' projects. But while we're talking about Bitcoin, while we're talking about ETH, and all these other things, this is a perfect time for you to be shilling the link, so that the more we grow this space, more people are attracted to it. And we got more eyes on Fight X. We got more eyes on Zeus CC8, more eyes on XPX, more eyes on Feg Token. Honestly, fam, if we grind together, we'll shine together. So BTC right here, holding strong right now. We got a nice, over the 50 moving average, filling the gap. We could see it come up here, 109,000 and a half, or, it could turn back around. But I think the space is bullish. I'm excited to be in cryptocurrency with you guys. We got, the daily chart looking even more bullish. This thing's just had this buy signal. Shout out to Blunt. Look at this thing. Just broke over the 50 and just been climbing up nonstop. A bit of a doji candle kind of starting to form right here, and no big deal. We'll keep this on the eye, we'll keep our eye on this, as it continues to develop. But if we can break past these previous tops, we're really close to breaking past all-time high. And a break over all-time high would look like something like this, an up, back, down, and then going like that. And then this right here will change. This is a dynamic, volume profile. This whole thing can change, especially after a nice little breakout like that. It will most likely shift. But daily chart's looking very bullish on BTC. I think none of us can really argue with that. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on it as far as it being close to the 50 and a little bit of a doji starting to form. It's got this incentive to come down here, which it already has done before. So we can't be surprised if it does these things when it comes down to the point of control. Maybe wicks real low underneath the 50 moving average and turns right back around. But the market is resilient right now. Honestly, that's just what we're seeing right now. Here goes your first print of your buy signal right here on the 4-hour chart. Bounced right off the 50 moving average, looking very strong, very nice. And we were talking yesterday that if it didn't bounce and print one of these, that we would see it fill this gap. And you just see Bitcoin just really performing really strong and wanted to stay in the game. We're seeing a little bit of sell pressure on that wick right there, but nothing to be really concerned with, because the news is just so bullish around Bitcoin right now. The whole space should be ecstatic. I don't really care about the short-term price action. It's fun when we're trading futures and all that, but it goes to and it's also fun to see, like, even with the big beautiful bill, even with wars going on, like I've been telling you guys, not because I'm trying to be this teller person or something like that, but because history repeats itself, that there's been times where there was other bombs being going off. There was times where, there was red presidents, blue president. Bitcoin just did what its own thing over and over. Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does. And I think more and more people will start to realize that, that there's always short-term volatility, especially when there's some news, big, beautiful bills and people, how they feel about it, this, that, and the other. But Bitcoin has its own mission. Bitcoin has its own mission, and I'm on board with that mission. So we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin because it is the rising tide. Obviously, if this market dumped, it would scare the rest of the market. But we're looking very good in this position with BTC. Let's go back to the 1 hour. I think, excuse me, if we can break past this volume profile, we'll really start to head towards the all-time highs. If we can break the all-time high, possibly 110 BTC. I mean, 115 BTC could be the next stop after breaking, that 112 and seeing if we can get past that. The lower parts of BTC is that 107, but if we come to the 4 hour chart, we'll keep an eye on this very close. We could see a wick or something happening down here. If it loses this, breaks the 50, fills this gap to the downside to the point of control, which is 105 first. The next stop would be 102. So I want to show you guys the up and I want to show you guys the down. Let's go to Ethereum right now. Actually, we'll just start off on Solana since it's right here. Here you got Solana pumping really nice. You guys saw me post some trades just a little while ago. I think close to like 70-something% on Solana. And obviously we caught this dip right here, catching BTC kind of pump, getting in on some decent discount prices to show you guys that you guys can actually do it. I'm using 50x leverage. You guys don't have to use that. Use less leverage than that. Actually, I think it's better to start off with less than that and then build your rhythm and build the confidence. And Solana, to me, it's a very solid futures trade as far as trading these things when they look like this. So that break over the 50 right here and that buy signal. Like I said, I know it looks loud right here because it's like, what? I would have been buying, selling, buying, selling, buying. That's okay. Eventually, when you look at this so long, you don't really fall for that. Because you'll start to use it with a moving average like this. It's like all this buy sell is happening while we're in a downtrend underneath the 50 moving average. Till we break this character of this downtrend, from this top like this, all these tops is exactly where we see that break over the 50 moving average at the same time. And you're seeing this bullish momentum and also this little gap right here that got filled, which you guys know and have been hearing me talk about it lately. That's what I really like to do. That's and that shout out to Blunt. Really, that's why we're gonna have Blunt up on one of these streams because he is. These little fill the gap ideas. Once you see this, you cannot unsee this. That's why I keep talking about it to you guys because you see this break of character right here. You see this actual buy signal, the break over the 50. You see the incentive of the point of control right here, pulling the price up in this direction. You got yourself a nice looking trade right here. And you can see Solana coming up to 155 if you're looking at the 4 hour or the 1 hour chart. But right here, this is where things start to look really fun on the 4 hour chart because Solana could be ready to go up to 157. And if you go up to the daily chart, if you can get back above this 50 moving average, which is looking like it's about to squeeze and have a nice little pop and do, we're talking about that Solana that everybody's ready to see, that $200 and something Solana, which I really think it is in the pipeline. So, right now in this area that we're in for Solana, highs around 217 and the lows are around 112. So keep that in mind. Make sure your liquidation price is nowhere around this 112 section right here. You don't want to get shaken out. If your liquidation price and you got enough capital that your liquidation price is like $70 Solana, you almost don't have nothing to worry about. You can have yourself a nice little cushion right there. And so that's Solana right there. We got Man U also pulling. Oh yeah, that one's nice. We're gonna look at that one too. That thing has potential. We talked about it yesterday. If you can get that community in here, I think it's important that they understand how bullish the stream was yesterday when we were talking about Man U. So let's get them in here. They deserve to be in here because I know they're rolling out the red carpet for this project. And I actually didn't get a chance to chase it last night. I think any kind of entry on this thing, a little sprinkle of that Man U could be pretty good. We'll check out this Fight X and see if it's something as well that we'll most likely want to sprinkle or whatnot. So come right now and you'll be in luck. Fight X. Oh, we're going to check out Fight X. You best believe it. You best believe it. When I see a bullish community pulling up, willing to grind for their bags, man, that says a lot. So here we got Ethereum. Highs on Ethereum right now, getting close to that 3K. The lows on Ethereum possibly is 1,600. But is that going to happen, right? Are we going to see Ethereum come down to 1,600? Well, if BTC pulled back and did something scary, that's where we would see it go to. But if the market stay hot, and if you're not futures trading and you're just accumulating Ethereum, it doesn't really matter. But for those trading futures, I would be careful with those setups. Maybe there'll be, some wicks or BTC fell. You can see it come down to here, especially it's already trading kind of underneath this 50 moving average. But if BTC continues, and obviously you got this BlackRock stuff, you're hearing all these things about Ethereum. Does it really matter? All this like short term volatility. You could just accumulate this thing and have a very easy, safe 5x on a large bag. Now, we're not talking about $100 turning into $500. I'm talking about being able to put 100 grand on Ethereum and leave it alone, because you're not going to get wrecked. I'm not talking about a futures trade. You can basically just do a spot position on ETH, and you're going to see some gains come out of that no matter what, because you're seeing what's built up. Is there going to be short-term volatility? Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But nonetheless, I'm really seeing ETH is going to surprise a lot of people. Same thing with BNB right here. I think BNB is a sleeping giant. I think it's getting more and more ready as we're seeing the volume climb up on it as it goes up to $661. But honestly, it's just been doing really good, and you're seeing this like right on CoinMarketCap right here. Hit a new weekly DEX volume high of 46 billion. Like, CZ knows the game, and it's just a matter of time where they really unleash BNB, and we've seen where BNB is making it easier for Binance.us to actually have a lot more things. So this is going to help out the overall price of BNB, even though they don't associate themselves with each other no more, like how that kind of works like that, right? Because they got to do it right. But yeah, this thing is going to most likely continue to pump, everybody. Yeah, Manu is up a bunch. Oh yeah, that one's gonna be up, man. Get that whole Manu community in here. They should be in here. I know a winner when I see one. Drop your life savings in ETH. I mean, this is Evan's financial advice, everybody. Here we go. We got BNB doing this thing. So, all right, fam. Let's go ahead and talk about this Bitcoin rainbow chart, and we'll get out of here. We'll get everybody's project shown. BTC's holding well. The rest of the market's just looking really, really good. But this is what we're on target to do, honestly, when it comes to what's really going on. BTC is going to do this. And even if it consolidates and it's a boring old market, the cheapest Bitcoin you're going to be able to buy is, $186,000. So all you have to do is, shout out to TK, is not mess it up. That's all you have to do. You basically just don't have to mess it up. And, I think people want to be smart and stuff like that. But when you really just got to let the markets do what the markets are going to do, they're actually going to make you look like a genius at some point, compared to trying to make that genius move or whatever. All you got to do is find the thing that you like in the space and, keep working on it, keep building on it. And the rest of the market's going to rise. Like any project here that's alive, when BTC's, 186,000, you're not going to be at the same price that you are right now. Like that's just a guarantee, right? So if you let it just over time, just keep building up, whether it's Manu, whether it's, whatever project it might be, there's going to be a moment where price and time come together, right? Especially if they got a really strong community. So BTC holding up very good. I mean, I remember when we started covering this, it was barely even orange. But as you guys can see, this thing has filled up just about completely. I don't see it ever stopping, and they'll all be filled up. The whole world will be orange, fam. So let's come over here to smartdefi.com, everybody. Welcome in, man. We got Smart DeFi looking really good. SmartDeFi.com. We got Noma token up at the top. United Smart DeFi Assets. Love Molly holding it down for top gainers. We got XPX right here at $1 million market cap, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Let's go to Effect Token. Let's see what they got on X, and see if they got any news for that SD platform, fam. So they have that space with Moon. I'm not sure if you guys heard that space. That was pretty bullish. Let's see if you guys had time to listen to that with Moon. I think it was really good. It's funny how they're doing that. So yeah, if you go over here to this space and listen to this, you got RTR speaking on what's going on with Smart DeFi. They had it there with, yeah, there you go, Moonlight. And definitely listen to this recording if you want to know more about SD and some of the things that they got going on with other EVMs coming soon and all these good things that are going to allow a lot of projects upgrade, giving a lot of, developers easy tools to be able to build. And, it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to do it. And that's why I like coming here, because I can just tell you guys that it actually works. I came over here. I've been talking about Fed Token for years, been talking about the Smart DeFi thing going live, and me and an amazing team really knocked it out the park with this project right here. X Pays X, everybody. This is a project right now focused extremely on payment solutions and and a store that's looking more and more bullish every single day. So let's go ahead and start to open it up right here, looking very good. A little bit of a dip, nothing too major. Stakers, they got to pay us, everybody. So some good volume, 16.7% burn. I think this is a great looking chart in cryptocurrency. We're right around that breakout point. There's going to be some sells, and that's just going to happen. It's called redistribution, fam. Honestly, that's what it's all about. Don't take the steam out of yourself. Don't feel like it's not heading in the right direction. It still is. When you actually look at some of the people that have sold over the time of XPX, it's just people who got in very early to Smart DeFi, people who got really early into XPX. But, we're building a nice solid wall, and we're building utility nonstop. That's what's really important, I think. True transparency with your community. That's why I pull up every day for you guys, making sure that we're transparent with you guys, but also, building nonstop, not just wishing on a star for a free ride, but actually building for the future. So if you guys are new to the channel, let me break down a little bit of what XPX is all about. You guys can come over here, order your cards. You guys can transact with your cryptocurrency in the real world, whether it's a virtual card, whether it's a plastic card, whether it's a gold metal card, and you want that premium feel, you want that conversation starter, or whether you need to do some non-KYC payments. You guys can all do that right now at xpxpay.com. If you guys got any questions, ask me. I launched this project with an amazing team. I mean, this team is on another level. I was out for my brother's wedding for a week and some change, and these guys got a whole store. Listing going, and we got CBC on there, which I'm going to talk about. So this project has a solid team, and more than anything has a really solid community. We've been live for a whole year. We've been building nonstop. Our payment portal's been live for 10 months, going on 10 months, and we just been trucking along, over 6 figures in paid orders. So we're tried and true when it comes to our bandwidth, being able to handle this for projects, being able to handle this for individuals, being able to handle transactions for businesses in the real world. So if you're an individual or you're a business right now, you want to be able to off-ramp 70 different cryptocurrencies, multiple blockchains, even Arbitron. If you guys notice, Arbitron's being spoken quite a bit. It was one of the ones that were added to the list because I already know Arbitron is going to be one of those players. And, when Arbitron starts to pump and people take profits off of Arbitron, they're going to want to off-ramp that. Maybe you own a lot of Arbitron. You guys can come over here to xpxpay.com, go to Crypto Bill Pay, everybody. Yes, Crypto Bill Pay. Scroll down, pick one of the utilities that fit you well, right? If it's a non-KYC payment, if it's some crypto gift cards, if it's a virtual card, if it's a physical gold card or a plastic card, whatever makes sense for your budget and how you want to transact, we're giving you the tools, the pickaxes and the shovels to be able to navigate all the gold that you mined in this cryptocurrency space, everybody. So that's what we're here to do. We're going to keep doing this nonstop. We got more utilities to add to this area right here. There's some things as far as for charities. There's a lot to build out, fam. There's a lot of upgrades. This is all V1 of everything we have done. So you guys do not want to miss out on this play when this has been here for a whole year. Really says a lot of where we really want to take this thing. So like I said, I'm actually going to post this link as well to make it easy for you guys to just jump right here and check it out right away. Not waste any of your time clicking on links, xpxpay.com/crypto bill pay hyphen or crypto hyphen bill pay, where you guys can come straight right here and pick what you guys want. You guys don't have to hold XPX. Obviously, you want to hold XPX. It'd be smart to hold XPX, right? It's not financial advice, but everything that we're generating, not just from the pay portal, but also from Just Shop Crypto, which I'm going to talk about next, is going to be going straight into the chart, fam. It's going to be going into marketing development. It's going to go into buybacks and burns. We are just accumulating because obviously we're not going to jeet our crypto reserve when we know there's going to be a legendary altcoin season. I mean, that's the beauty of XPX. The whole team together has, over 20 years of experience in crypto. That's what's nice about that, right? So we don't have to be, all paranoid or panicking or anything like that. You just you take your time, and this is chess, not checkers, right? So XPX Pay right here, not just for Smart DeFi, but for the whole space, launched on Smart DeFi on the Binance Smart Chain, but allowing people from Ethereum, allowing people from Solana, allowing people from Avalanche, from Tron to be able to off-ramp their cryptocurrency and use it in the real world. That's what I've been using nonstop since we've been live, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are using it as well. So come over here, start your account at dash.xpxpay.com. Open your account right here, whether it's a business account and you want to accept cryptocurrency, or your business wants to start to pay your employees in cryptocurrency, let me know so I can upgrade your business account on the pay portal so you guys can also do payroll. None of this is priced in to this chart over here, fam. None of this is priced in to the price of XPX. Do not miss out on this. I'm going to post this important contract address for you guys right here. Go here and ape in, okay? Go get your BNB and ape in, fam. That's the contract address that you guys got to know for sure. Let's go to the X account, and then we'll talk about Just Shop Crypto. This is for the whole space, for FightX, for Man U, for any project out there. We'll be talking about Just Shop Crypto just next, because this is honestly for the whole space. So come give us a follow right here at XPX Token. Like that, you guys do not miss out on the latest and greatest coming straight from XPX's main account, which we go live from. And, you know, we do shared spaces. So if you're a project developer, you guys want to come over here and do a shared space, let us know as well, because, you know, we have a whole WAGMI movement going on, and it shows. We're not just saying that, but we're actually building things around the idea of a WAGMI movement. And that's a perfect segue to go ahead and talk about justshopcrypto.com. So if you're a project, if you're a CTO, if you're tired of paying for pinned posts that never brings any buys, and, you know, you're just sitting there and you're like, you know, it's botted. This is a great way where you guys can get listed on a merch store. JustShopCrypto.com. It's not just the XPX merch store. This is going to be so many different merches, so many different projects, NFT projects, crypto projects, different blockchains are going to be listed on JustShopCrypto.com. And this is really a marketing machine for everybody to take a true advantage of, because we're going to be bringing the heat for everybody. So far, we've got CBC listed on there, and we're actually going to show them some love, because that's what it's all about when you get listed on, you know, Just Shop Crypto. Is actually coming over here. I want you guys to give the Crypto Breakfast Club a follow. We've had XPX on here multiple times. I mean, we've been up with these guys so much so that you guys see them on JustShopCrypto.com. And we've done the shout out to Marlon and Ali and David, man, really bringing this one all the way home, and doing a great job with the Crypto Breakfast Club. If you guys are actually interested in their spaces, contact Zach Humphreys. Let them know, you know, Rico Moneybag sent you over, the XPX fam sent you over, and let them know about getting your project also on some of these spaces, because they are very powerful and they have some serious investors that pull up. You also, if you have a project, your project developer, CTO, you want to get listed on justshopcrypto.com. You like the idea of having a brand manager make this merch for you. You like the idea of not having to manage this, right? It's just automatically going to be marketing for you. It's automatically going to be making you revenue share with what's going on Just Shop Crypto. What you would have to do is buy a bag of XPX, stake a bag of XPX, and actually have to make an ROI. I'm sorry, I gotta twist your arm behind your back and actually make you have an ROI. I know that's kind of crazy, but yeah, you guys can get listed right here. FightX can get listed on here, buying a bag of XPX, stake the bag of XPX. Let us know what package you guys want. DM us. And then we'll have a whole brand and merch designed for you guys listed on here, so you guys can send your community here and check things out. And also some cross-pollination where the CBC merch or the CBC community will go and check out your merch and also check out your project, or the XPX community will check out your merch and then go check out your project. And this is what's really happening right here. So if you guys want a piece of this, FightX or Man U or whatever project might be listening out there right now, this is where you want to get some cross-pollination and get an actual ROI on some of your marketing investments that you have going on in the space. All right, so Just Shop Crypto is here for everyone in the space, and yeah, we're open for business. All right, let's go ahead and shift some gears right now. Let's go ahead to the deck screener, baby. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? We've got some buys coming back, and we're buying up the floor again. And like I said, everybody in XPX, before we move on, if you look at some of these like trades and stuff like that, some of these sells, this is people who got in super early. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. That is early as early can be, you know? So a lot of times, you know, we see this and I know it's like, man, oh man, we're about to get to 1 point. It's, you know what? These things happen, fam. It's a free market. It is what it is. When you look at how early somebody was, you know, it is what it is. We got our holder count is growing nonstop. Like, if you look at our holder count over here, it's been creeping up nonstop. There's been some solid new holders coming in. I'm going to post this link. I'm doing some serious shilling on XPX today. You guys are like, you always shill XPX. Of course. I mean, launch. Solid, man. Solid team. Solid community. Solid everything. All right. So, very nice. This is what I want to break over here on XPX, breaking this 1.5 million. And we're looking towards going back towards all-time high, fam. So let's go ahead and start with FightX. I mean, I called out this community. I said, hey, pull up with your community. Who is this FightX? What is FightX all about? So, hey, I mean, I like when you call them out. They actually get to it. So, FightX. We don't know what it's about. We don't know anything. We know that they're fighting and they got an X. So there's two different FightXs here. We're going to go with the one with the thickest liquidity. Free. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got some polyfight action. That's what we got right here. Is it this, guys? Okay, I see. Fight on X. I get it now. Okay. Dang, look at the uptrend on XPX. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. It's looking good. You guys can see the partnerships are going to come. You know, a lot of that stuff is like people who got in super early on XPX, right? There's it's crazy to do it right now because you guys are going to see there's a lot of partnerships that these floors are going to be getting bought up anyways. Welcome in, everybody. I see the numbers climbing. Fight X, is this the right one right here? I want to make sure this is the right one. Let's go to your X account. Could be it. You guys should have shared the live, so like that we would have been able to know. Okay, so this is Fight X. This could have something, right? These guys are always fighting. I don't think their fight's going to stop anytime soon either. We've been seeing Polyfi come right back into what's going on, fam. Polyfi snuck right back in. It took a break, but it's definitely snuck right back in. I mean, there's no denying that. There's no denying that Polyfi has come right back into the market and it's doing really good. It's doing really, really good. Appreciate you guys all, man. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. We're live on Rumble. We're live on two X accounts, actually. And we're also live on Rumble. So, and we're live on YouTube, of course. A little shadow ban on YouTube, but nonetheless, we're live on it. So if you guys are listening over on X, you guys want to help out the YouTube channel grow, make sure you guys also come over to the YouTube channel at Rico Moneybags and like, comment, and subscribe over there. Not just on X, but also take advantage of the YouTube channel. And I'll share this later on TikTok that also has more followers as well. So engage in all these platforms. I think this is the one right here. Trump behind us, Elon above us, Fight X inside of us. There you guys go. Okay. So this is it because we're seeing the chat get really live. So that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm saying, man. If you guys pull up, man, I want to show those strong communities what they really got. So let's go ahead and have some fun with you guys. New community pulling up, new exposure, new people. Here we go. Elon Musk, Fight X. Oh my God, man. I wish I could play this right now. You guys don't even know. Oh my God. We would have spent 20 minutes doing this. That's all you guys got to do. Can you guys make this a game? Can you guys make this an actual game when I pull up to your website? I can play this. I mean, we would have been here 20 minutes playing right now. We would have been here. I probably would have bought some of your token right now, and I would have paid to play this right here to play somebody else. That's what it needs to be, like a game wager where I can bet some Fight X to whoop on somebody else and take their Fight X away from them and have, all this stuff going on. Because, I mean, right now we would have lost 20. You're telling me we're not going to play Street Fighter? We see it pop up? Or AKA Fight X. Let's keep it good for the trademark reasons and everything like that, right? Okay, man. Fight X. I mean, these guys are not going to stop fighting on X. I mean, it's something fun. We see everybody talk about it when it happens, right? So, tokenomics, token Fight X. Fight X launched fairly on that pump fun. No team allocations, no pre-sales, 100% to the community. Individual tokens can be purchased for staking or stacking, I mean. And, yeah, stacking and future rewards if planned. I mean, maybe there's some plans. Maybe some things are going to happen. Uh, Maybe some things that happen. Maybe that could happen. If it pumps up high, it shouldn't be too hard to make a left-right game like this that only goes left and right, and have them fight. And it shouldn't be too hard for that type of game to be made. So, discount prices on this right now, man. I mean, this is a normal chart when it comes to pump fun. I think you guys have a good community most of the time. It's even at this market cap, the community is not as loud as you guys are. So you're doing something right there. I would keep your foot on the gas, start to break past some serious market caps and some psychological barriers. That's really what it comes down to. A nice loud community that's pushing towards some serious market caps, that's eating up the floor, breaking some psychological barriers, hold above 100K Fight X. And you'll see that next thing you know, you'll look up and you guys will be at 200, 300K. So right here, this is your guys' target. And that's an easy target. I mean, anybody could do that. I mean, you guys could do that, right? You guys got a very decent liquidity to market cap ratio as well. So really nice liquidity ratio right there. And like that, it'll actually be pretty stable over time, right? So very nice, unstoppable community. It seems like it. It really does seem like it. All right. Let's go ahead and look at some more plays. We're going to have to go to Manu really quick because Hold up, wait a minute, AD. Oh, we had Zeus pop up, and then we'll go to Manu. We were talking to Goose yesterday, and we kind of spoke about this as well, right? I'm always honest with you guys that you could have put a bag right here or save. I said save some powder for if you're bullish on Zeus for right here, right? If it was holding pretty good, but if you wanted to say, hey, I don't want to miss it out, I'm just gonna get in right here, put a bag right here, and it's holding pretty strong. But I let you guys know, like, to save a little powder right here, because a little bit of dry powder, because a lot of times these psychological barriers always happen where they'll come back down to 5, and then when they break past the $10 million market cap, you'll see them pump up a lot harder. So very strong community right here, and this project actually gets a lot of exposure. This project's not getting like a small KOLs. This project's being hosted by some of the biggest names in the space, in these spaces. You're talking about Kid and Walt experience. I mean, who doesn't know the Kid and Walt experience with the sound effects and all that good stuff and everything that comes with that type of fun. Yeah, you're welcome, fam. You're welcome. Keep pulling up, man. Go to the YouTube channel. Also, put that bell notification on over there, and don't get tired on your bag, man. This is 24/8. That's how we got to do this, right? So, like I said, Zeus has been getting on the Kid and Walt show. You see him on the Goose Spaces. I mean, in Spanish Spaces, English Spaces. I mean, Zeus is not stopping, right? So this is the CC8 contract, and we're gonna keep an eye on it. And I told you guys, like, honestly, even yesterday's live stream, I was like, hey, it's looking really strong right here, but save some dry powder for a nice, bounce off the 5. Not because, it's just like I've seen it in the market so much that, even after the, coming up high, holding the 10 for a while, once it starts to fight that 10 and the support a lot, it's like, you're going to have that $5 million psychological barrier. And it's okay, because this is what happens, right? You see the first break over 5, test the 10, and then breaking the 10 sent it all the way to 24. Came all the way back down to the 5. It even came lower at some point to 2.7. Broke the 5, broke the 10, went again to 20 something million. Broke the 10, going down, came down to the 5, right? So we're seeing this be you see that? It's like you cannot deny that. So if that happened again over here, and then you get some of this action of this pumping back up and the uptrend start to start, man, I'm not against that, right? And it's a great way to start a trade. It's a great way to start a trade. So Zeus is looking very powerful. Like I said, they got a lot of great exposure when it comes to a lot of KOLs, a lot of people in the space that know Zeus, that know Kid and Walt, that know Goose. You see Kenji talking about it. Everybody's talking about Zeus. So we're talking about Zeus, everybody. That's what it's all about. Next one up on the list. This one, I told you guys about it yesterday, to just kind of just put a bag in it and set it and forget it. I told you guys yesterday, if you wanted an easy play, I know the recipe when I see it. I mean, when I walk in the room and I get on Deck Screener, if it has that recipe, I know. I just know, okay? And I'm not a guru, but this thing had some characteristics that are, I've seen this recipe comes around every once in a while, and here we go. I knew that this thing would have that moment where it broke over 10 million. Here you go. The first break going towards a $5 million market cap is not picture perfect, but essentially that's what was going on. And they sold it early before the 10 million, right? So we don't get our picture perfect straight to 5, our picture perfect straight to 10, but it showed us this same pattern that tends to happen quite a bit, where when it gets close to that 10, or when it gets close back to the 5 and starts to hold support, when it goes back up in this direction and it breaks $10 million market cap, you're seeing your play going to 20, 30 something million. And if it's a really good play with really good exposure, you're seeing that thing go up to 30, 40, 50 million, possibly even $70 million market cap. So let's go over the recipe of why this one was looking like a hitter yesterday, why I said, hey, you could sprinkle this with any amount of ETH and not be wrong, okay? And obviously, not financial advice, do your own research and stuff like that. But when you scroll down and you see all the listings, and here it goes on the Coinbase wallet. Now it's listed on the Coinbase wallet. It was listed on the BNB wallet. It was listed on all these exchanges. And I'm telling you, none of that came out of the chart. I'm letting you guys know right now. I mean, the pockets for this project run deep. I know it for a fact. Even AD was saying it. Like, they just got a different level of deep pockets. OKX, BitGet, what? At $10 million market cap? You got the Binance wallet. These guys are turning this thing up. And we're gonna rip a couple pages out of their book as well because this thing's nice. This recipe is working very nice. You got it. I mean, nonstop listings. MEXC 4,000 holders. It's growing very fast, growing very, very fast. Here goes MEXC again. And this is all this, like, I've seen this happen multiple times before where, like, some projects is like they have zero red tape. It's almost like, and it's almost like all the exchanges know that this one is supposed to not have no red tape around it. It's almost like, it's really weird because you'll see, like, not even, like, nobody will act stuck up. Like the minute you see, like when these plays happen, yeah, they're connected for sure, bro. 100%. You'll see when one of these plays, they come around every so often where, they just, like, the way they get listed on everything, there's literally no red tape. Like, especially the OKX one. Like, what? That fast? Like the L banks and all this stuff, like we could all do this pretty easy and stuff. But like BitGet and L Bank right away, man, MEXC right away, all these things right away. We're talking about, $300,000 in listings. But if they're connected, it's like all the exchanges know that it's just better just to list it and the volume starts to happen. Here you go. Has been featured on Binance. Big things. So right here, they're on Square, Manu, the Binance Square. Super bullish, man. We might even do the same Binance Square. Let's check this out. I know. Let's see where they. Crazy. I mean, Binance Square right here. Takeover begins. I mean, you guys have already started. That's the thing. Their reach on their social media platform. This thing, you cannot ignore these numbers. These numbers cannot be ignored, fam. Okay? This is probably going to be a nice little play. This is a lot of numbers. Numbers don't lie. People do. Those numbers are going to have some kind of effect. Now, I'm not telling you to ape in your whole life savings because, we've seen even projects this market get listed on Binance and they're down from when they got listed on Binance, right? But there's every once in a while where you see the play really come together and, if it already has this type of following, it's like, this is not like, like Mubarak or whatever. Mubarak doesn't have this right here. This is crazy right here. So this project is something that we're going to keep an eye on. We're bullish on Manu. I didn't get to chase the bag. I got busy or whatever. I'll probably sprinkle some ETH on there after the stream. Want to get some more XPX. Look at this. Listing NTM AI. I mean, crazy. Just like this thing, and none of that came out of the chart. None of it. So this is a great looking play. July 1st, just 5 days ago, I had 250 holders. And they got a huge account. So this thing's not even that old, and it's not done. It's definitely not done, fam. I would not sleep on this Manu right here. If you're looking for an ETH play, this is that. If you caught it yesterday, you'd be up right now. But I still think it has a potential at breaking that. There's some serious X's still on the table. If you did a ballsy play, you could really win on this one, or just lose out. But I think the way that they're well connected, the way that's looking, that's a lot of funds to go in just for a $10 million market cap. This one could be a real big heavy hitter and really take this thing a lot higher, where it could be the next little, $50 million market cap project just cruising at those market caps. So keep an eye on this one right here. Don't sleep on it. Yesterday we were talking about it right around this area. It was looking really healthy, looking like it was ready to turn around, and the recipe was looking really, really strong. So yeah, 10 mil in 4 days. Like how? Man, well connected, and they're not even done. I'm sure we'll be on another stream and it's gonna be like 20 something, 30 something. Like, they didn't do it for this amount of money. They didn't go through all the exchanges. They don't have this type of reach just for what a lot of people in the space jeep for small numbers. That's why the cabals be winning, because the cabal knows how to do it to snatch the big numbers. But the Jeets have to keep chasing these small amounts nonstop. The cabal make a banger play and send that thing, and they'll win like crazy. I'm not saying this is a cabal play by any means either. They have some kind of social media presence, so I doubt the cabal had been building this for a long time. We'll do more research on this dog in the future. Maybe we'll do a video. We'll see if they start pulling up. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on this one. Don't sleep on this one. If it pulls back, get a little bit more. I mean, Could be one of those plays that just really sent out of nowhere. Let's go through the top 10 list right here. We're pulling up on the hour mark. If you guys got some plays for me, let me know what we're looking at. These are some ETH plays for everybody. We got Wicked coming back again. This is a new one. So this one's looking pretty good. Probably trying to, this is that recipe as well. You see all this stuff. Could be a play already, but when they have that recipe, I like to be careful. Especially like when it's not the same thing as, you know, the other one that we just seen. I know that this meme is powerful. This is a powerful meme, the sunglasses and all that. So low market cap, not a lot of people talking about it. They would have had a lot of, you know, YouTubers already making a lot of posts. So the fact that we're seeing it right now at 2.3 million, you know, all it can take is a couple right influencers talking about this play and maybe even take this a lot higher. Cult driven meme. It is. You know, this meme always does really good for the most part. These sunglasses, I think they're pretty cool. And they fit in the space. So Wicked is here, everybody. This is one of the top 10 on Ethereum. Eagle, like we've been talking about, we've been seeing a lot of these patriotic plays. PolyFi is definitely back in full swing. Which one is going to be the one that wins? I'm not sure. You guys let me know which one you guys think is going to be the PolyFi of PolyFis. Okay, this thing has a real liquidity and market cap ratio that's serious. Own your AI power with Angel. It's locked liquidity, 1.4 million, 852K. I mean, it's rare to see that market cap liquidity ratio, and it is locked. And with Unicrypt, I mean, this thing's super locked. What is this? Angel token. Create your own AI twin. Earn income, connect effortlessly, and thrive in the AI economy, empowering you to shape the future one AI twin at a time. That's wild. I mean, that's the conversations we're having today, everybody. We get to have another a twin of yourself right here. Own your AI, powering it with Angel, everybody. So, I mean, okay, this is a real team. We got some real people. I mean, they got it. Their market cap and liquidity ratio is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So we'll also keep an eye on this one. We got Altitude doing good. What? Let's check out Altitude for you. Sitting at that all-time high, you say. Wow, look at that. Look at when we first started talking about that. This is what happens when you have more buys and sell. I mean, slow and steady wins the race. They've been doing it a couple dollars at a time, just pumping up little by little, little by little. And as if everybody holds and they're not impatient, I mean, people will see some crazy money. Eventually, it won't be able to get ignored, right? You'll break a market cap that a lot of people can't ignore, and you'll see it go a lot higher. So, very impressive. I'm going to post this one in the chat for you guys. Shout out to Psychedelic Angel. Told us about this one extremely early. If you missed it, that's what you get for being a G. No, I'm joking, everybody. Come on, this space is wild. This is how you find the plays, man. This is why I want you guys to make sure you're subscribed. You're sharing the stream. We get to have some fun. No cookie cutter show, but we found a lot of early plays, and it's not always me finding the plays. Honestly, a lot of times the community's pulling up. Or you got people like Psychedelic Angel letting you know these solid plays right here. And look at this solid uptrend and then this breakout. I mean, that's just what happens all the time. You know, you keep a solid uptrend where people can't resist. Eventually, there's just a nice solid breakout. So Altitude, nice little breakout on this one. This is a base play. I think we're going to be having an on-chain summer for sure when it comes to base. I would not discount seeing, you know, the base chain get all hot again and kind of those conversations like last summer when it was base this, base Pepe, base Doge, base everything. Everything was base. So Altitude on the base network, you know, giving you guys, I'm pretty sure, reflections in USDC. So revenue sharing benefits, USDC reward paid via Merkle. So, you know, some USDC dividends right here, man. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. So total rewards paid. Nice. You got your total rewards. There's the buyback and burn right there equals 1,088. So very nice. Total buybacks 3,100 USDC. Very nice. Very nice. So look at that. That's pretty cool if you ask me. They're doing really nice. So 70K market cap sitting at all-time high. If you're not FOMOing in, I don't know what you're doing. All right. So go over here. hit the FOMO button a little bit. We got a hot cryptocurrency market. What is BTC at? Hot. That's what it's at. What is the rest of the market at? Hot. That's what it's at, everybody. What is everybody talking about? How crypto's coming into the world, how Wall Street's coming into the world. I mean, this tells you all this one right here tells you altcoin season and that you should have a nice long on Arbitron. Have a nice long on Arbitron. You're about to print like crazy. They're letting you know what to do, and even right here, USDC, they're letting you know all the alts. So don't fade yourself. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't fade yourself. Don't fade the market. Don't fade altitude. Find your hot project and hit the FOMO button. Hit the FOMO button, fam. Calling in the FOMO button, please. Let's check on Captain BNB. We'll check on them $5.7 million market cap. Same thing with this one. I told you guys, if you guys were looking on this one, to save some dry powder for this section right here. I'm never flooding anybody's bag. I've been in the space for a while, and when I look backwards, I can see a lot of hands being shooken right here. Shout out to Blunt. You see buyers and sellers shaking hand all along this $5 million market cap. And you'll see that a lot happen. You'll see it happen a lot, right? So you'll see it happen so much that you're like, hey, I'm going to wait for where I always see it happen, because it always happens. One way or another, we see it play out where it'll come back down to this area and then go ahead and test that $10 million market cap again and see how high it wants to go. We'll see when it breaks it, if it wants to go to 15, 20, 30, right? We don't know how high. It does its thing. But holding above the 10 is what makes a project get even that much stronger. And I think BNB, and we got obviously the Captain BNB community. You see a lot of communities out there being extremely active. You're seeing more and more BNB hype. You're seeing this right here with hitting an all-time high on DEX volume. Really says a lot. What do I do to win the giveaway? You don't even got to do that much. All you have to do is grab this link, sign up right here, right? And then join this Telegram and put your UID number. That's all you got to do. You guys can use those funds, off-ramp those funds, do whatever you want with those funds. We're going to be giving them away weekly. So long as BYD5 wants to keep printing for you guys, I'm going to print it out. Man, I'm telling you guys, we're just going to keep like, hey, let's do another one. Let's give away some more money because it's good. I mean, why not? Why not, right? So that's very easy where anybody can join. Sign up for that. Use your UID number. Join this Telegram. Hit /verify and put in your UID number that you got right here from BYD5. You'll have your own personalized UID number. Sign up. Let me know that you signed up, and I'm just going to send it over to you right away. So right now we're doing 50, but I think I'm going to switch it to doing $100 giveaways. I've been breaking it down in 50s. So like that, more people would win, and I can divvy them all up. But maybe we'll do a couple of these where we'll just do it at 100 a piece and do 5 people a week or something like that. But definitely just join. It's right now. It's just first come, first serve, and if we have a week where it's stale, if you won before, maybe you win again. We'll see. But people have been joining, and like I said, I've been showing you guys that you guys can print. We just made some posts. Go look at Rico Money Bags, and you guys can see that we made some posts about actually printing a little bit, right? So let me mute this. Have a moment. So come over here to Rico Money Bags. Some posts. Go look at Rico. So right here, you could do this. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this, right? You don't have to do 50x leverage. But if you guys are tapped in with me, you guys scan this QR code. You're going to be signing up with my referral code. If you guys are watching right now, scan this QR code. It'll send you straight to the referral link. Make sure you have this referral link right here, QBTEYJ. Sign up, join the Telegram, go through the motions. We're going to give you free money. We're going to show you how to do this. We're even going to have some special guests, somebody that I respect. I'm going to contact him again so we can have Blunt House up on here and help refine your game, your style, your strategy, your method to make sure that you can always print no matter what the markets are doing, no matter what the news is saying. You don't have to buy into that. You can just do your thing, and then scrape some profits off the table and put them into your favorite projects, fam. That's all you got to do, right? So win pump all day, every day. That's all you got to do. It's up to you how many pumps you want to chase, and how many things. Or you guys can do it like this. It's a lot safer. It's up to you, but it does take a strategy to make sure that it works. Shout out to AD for this real quick. Let me show this off as well. What? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, fam. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. So we're here for everybody. Make sure you guys pull up. The giveaway is not just a giveaway, but it's also, can you please put the BYD-Fi link in the comments? Absolutely, fam. It's right here. This is the link. Join in, everybody. We're going to make it real easy. Like I said, you'll win. We'll use those funds to show you how to print. We're not leaving the market. Like, I'm going to be here no matter what. I'll be here the next Bitcoin halving. We'll be giving away more money. We'll be doing the same thing. We're just going to keep doing this nonstop. So we're all going to be getting better before. You're not missing out on anything. Just join. I'm going to make sure you get some giveaways, and then we practice together and get this thing dialed in. And at the same time, we build a fantastic project like XPX where your bags are safe. And at the same time, you guys can learn how to print off some of these CEXs and not get rugged all day every day, right? You can't get rugged all day every day. That's not healthy. That can't be healthy. All right, so Captain B&B was the last one that we talked about. If there's any other plays that you guys want me to pull up, I mean, I'm more than willing to check these out. We checked out quite a few plays from everybody, and a lot of great projects. Honestly, where's Pop Dog been at? Let's see. Okay, back at $1 million market cap. That's nice. Pop and pop, 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 pop. This guy could definitely turn it around. He has, a lot of people in the space. Definitely being able to turn around would be nice, man. Pop Dog deserves a place in the space. That's for sure. Let's go to Brett as well. My brother AD made that nice little post. That was pretty cool. $7.8 million market cap, holding really strong. I'm bullish on this one because I'm bullish on the community. You're seeing hold it, some serious market caps dancing right around that $10 million market cap, but they've been in it to win it. And not only have they been in it to win it, they're not, trend followers, they're trend setters. This is the first Brett on the blockchain. This is the original, the OG Brett on the blockchain that was ever put on there. So to me, that has a lot of value. And I think so long as they stay strong, I think that this will eventually prove itself to be true, right? This is a solid play, and there's always something special when it comes to like the OG of Brett, the original Brett. And this is the first one of those Matt Fury plays that were on Ethereum. What that means to you, you guys let me know. I opened all the packs. I need to open some more of them. I need to order some more, but they're working on the Series 5. I've opened all the packs, man. We had a day where we just started opening. We had a day where we just started opening up all the crypto cards. Couldn't resist, man. Couldn't resist. But we're definitely gonna get some more. I mean, that was a lot of fun, right? I mean, we're definitely gonna get a lot more of those crypto cards and those series cards. They're a lot of fun. So OG Brett, $15 million market cap. We see that's your little area where you guys like to go ahead and hit against. And you know, literally once you guys break this $15 million market cap, it could just go a lot higher. You're right by that 10 million. You got a solid community. You're the original Brett. You've already proven what you can do. You started from here, started from the bottom. Now we're here. And you guys have a fantastic run up. I don't think this is this is all that Brett has to offer, especially not just being like some kind of other Brett or something. Like, this is the original Brett. Like, no matter what, nobody can take that away from you guys. So shout out to the Brett community, always pulling up. Shout out to my bro AD, big supporter of what he has going on in the space. Have you heard of Nura? No, I haven't. You've been gone, Evan. You've been gone. You've been cheating on me, Evan. You've been cheating on me. Let's look at some of Evan's plays. He's trying. You see how Evan's trying to come. You see, man, Evan, where you been? Evan's like, what? What do you mean? That's what we do. That's how my family rolls. When we haven't seen you in a while, we put a little bit of pressure on you, but nothing too crazy. Nura, I wonder if this is the one that I've been holding for a long time. No. This is 2025. Oh no, this is yeah, Evan. Is it this one right here? Neural Labs. Let's go to. I got a newborn. Congratulations. Congratulations. Man, you got a good one. That was a good one, Evan. That was a good one. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, you got Neuro Wallet is gaining serious momentum. Okay, you got a wallet right here doing its wallet thing. You guys can test it out on test flight. Neural Labs got some serious advisors. AI powered Web3 wallet patent pending DeFi tech secure scalable future proof now available on Google Play and iOS. The test flight. AD doesn't let up. I like that. He said a meme coin. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, I like that. I like that. No, that's fine, man. That's what's up. Congratulations, Neura Labs. I mean, it has some real liquidity in here, bro. So, most times you see something at $5.5 million market cap, it doesn't have 1.4 million in liquidity. So, has a real liquidity. Looks like it's okay. So it's a wallet, man. It's looking like a clean wallet. Website's pretty clean. They got applicate patent pending. Very nice. I mean, very clean website. I will say that. I like this website. Freaking super clean. Super clean, honestly. Do you know this play, Evan? Do you know these people? I mean, it's really clean. It's got a lot of times the utility plays, people miss out on them because it's not just pumping up like crazy. So they're like, they get bored of them. But don't be surprised this thing can't turn around because they have real liquidity in here. And it seems like they're building something. That website took some time to make. That's a clean website. And like I said, I kind of like they're testing the apps. Apps are not cheap to do. It's probably why there was a pullback. You got some advisors right here. Okay. He's been in the investment banking. Okay. I'm telling you, man, this is the future being built right now. This is the future being built right now. That's why I love where I'm at in the space right now. You got investment banking people coming in. Um, I might have some tools for them. But man, I like this. I like this. Honestly, it's at its discount, and obviously all this building, this pullback could be from everything that needs to be built, but it has a nice solid liquidity. Just because it's moving a little bit slower than everything else and not as exciting as a meme coin, I wouldn't discount that. There's a lot of people building in the space right now that are not getting the recognition that they deserve because that's what meme coins are here to do. They're here to bring in the hype, and I've been with it through all the dips. Yeah, it's like, you could have yourself a really solid play right here, bro. Honestly, like, I would not discount utility plays. I'm building one. I know how it feels sometimes where it's like, man, how come everything else is flying up? They're not even, what the heck? But you know what? If it wasn't for meme coins, and I'll say this publicly and be honest with you guys, crypto would be a little bit back, a little bit like time wise, it would be a little bit further back. Like, we live in a new era of people. Like, not everybody is excited about the technology. Like, everybody came into crypto. Remember when everybody was like, "What's the Doji coin? The Dodgy coin?" Nobody even knew. I mean, nobody even knew about what the Dodgy coin was being built on the Litecoin network. You can't even dump that onto somebody; you'll scare them away. But if you put some cute dog or some cute cat with a hat on, or a cat with some sunglasses on, that works. And you know, I really think that there's this give and take in everything in life, right? The silver lining, and I think that although Pump Fund, did make it a little bit degenerate, I do think that it did help to some extent accelerate adoption because, just look at when people started coming in for Shiba Inu, and you look at when people started coming in for Doji Coin, when really it was Doge, and then people stay for the tech, right? And everybody has their own way of they came into crypto. I bought Bitcoin kind of early and forgot about it, and then was reminded about it in 2017, and then everything was pumping, so I got involved into it kind of like that. But a lot of people, when it was pumping in that 2017 and even 2021 era, it was because somebody told them about a meme coin, and they hurried up and went and downloaded some kind of wallet or something and got into the market. And you hear that time and time again as that being somewhat the story. So sometimes we get, it's hard, especially like I'm building a utility play. I believe in the future of crypto. I don't just want to watch crypto be built out and what the future is going to be. I actually want to be a part of it so I can have a say in it, and help build it. And I think projects like Neural Labs, our moment will definitely come, like just like XPX moment will come as everybody settles and the hype, kind of settles and people really see that the space is being built out for something much broader, a lot bigger than just screaming at the top of your lungs, is actually being built to be able to facilitate the world of the future. And that's essentially what we're helping build. A lot of projects, possibly like Neural Labs. I could specifically speak for XPX, everything that we're building, not just for individuals, but for businesses to accept cryptocurrencies, for businesses to be able to handle payroll for their employees. Where's the meme coin that does payroll? There's no meme coin for that. But meme coins are going to be bringing people into the space where they start understanding self custody, where they start understanding cryptocurrency, where they start understanding blockchains, and then eventually, just like how the world always works, this will be a normal thing. I've played that video multiple times for everybody. When you guys see how everybody's talking about, using Visa cards at Burger King for the first time, it's going to be the same thing right now with cryptocurrency. And for us to be one of those builders in the space early on, for me, it's massive. And we're not just being selfish with this stuff. We're sharing it with everybody, whether you hold XPX or not. You get to use all these utilities because we want to make sure that we stake our claim and take advantage of kind of this .com moment. So if you're an individual or you're a business right now, if you're a serious project out there that's going to be doing some kind of revenue share, or you're an RWA project, we've seen Trump just talk about send all the RWAs. If you're an RWA project and you plan on actually doing the revenue share, you're going to need a way to actually do bulk send and start to do payroll and things like that. So contact us so we can just hand over this utility so you guys can navigate the space and actually have a great time with it. Also, contact us. I'm going to do some more shilling for Just Shop Crypto. If you're a project out there, you want to get some merch done, you want to end up on Just Shop Crypto, you want to get some of that cross-pollination and your hand being forced behind your back to actually get an ROI on your marketing investment, then contact us, justshopcrypto.com, go through the links, or just send us a DM at XPX Token on X, or at XPX Token, the email on our website, right? So let's see what else we got. I think this is about where we wrap it up, fam. We've got it, an hour and 21 minutes. We're going live. We're going crazy for the space, doing giveaways, people signing up to set themselves free, man, kind of get some of that information, start to build a portfolio for whatever they want to use it for, whether it's to buy a new car or whether it's to degen into another play. You guys can do that by learning some of the things that we're going to be doing on this channel using BYDFi and some of the guests. If you print and you make some money, you're going to want to spend it in the real world, right? No matter if the markets are green, no matter if the markets are red, you're going to need a Visa card to use this. You're going to need some way to transact in the real world. XPX is definitely the one that I use. This is the project I launched with an amazing, amazing team. I can't give these guys enough credit. Without David, Marlon, Ali, these guys, this thing would just not be what it is. And of course, a massive shout out to the community, always having our back, always supporting us. We've been live for over a year. The pay portal going on 10 months being live. We have serious numbers, really growth, a lot of growth and expansion coming in the near months. And one last thing before we get out of here. This is set up for August. We'll be going to this, so make sure you guys tap in. We're going to this blockchain event. There's going to be Dabatola there. There's going to be all these speakers, but we're going to do some more networking. You guys see Altcoin Daily over here. Both the Altcoin Daily guys are here, but we're going to be pulling up to this, shaking hands, talking to people, learning more about blockchain technology with everybody, but really, networking and letting people know what XPX is all about. We went to the BTC conference. That went absolutely fantastic. And so we're going to be going to another event here in Las Vegas. If you guys are going to be here, let me know. We can possibly have a limo arranged for you guys. We do have a limo on the pay portal. If you guys are looking for a limousine, or you guys are looking for some kind of executive car to take you to the Caesar's Palace, whether it's a big group or a small group, let me know so I can contact my people and we can set you guys up. They obviously are set up on the pay portal, so you guys can pay them in cryptocurrency and make sure that you're picked up from the airport, head over to the Caesar's Palace for this, Rare Evo event. paid in cryptocurrency and a limousine dropping you guys off. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. If you guys are coming into town, that's where we're going to be. It's 32 days away. I'm excited for that, but more so than anything, I'm excited to be a part of this .com moment with you guys. I'm excited to continue to learn and to see the stars align for us in the right direction for us. There's going to be short-term volatility all the time. Long-term, this is the future. Just remember that. This is the future of finance. This is the future of the world. This is how it's going to operate. The whole world's going to be on the blockchain. So we are extremely, extremely early. Just go talk to your neighbor. Go to a restaurant. Talk to somebody in public. Hey, you own Bitcoin. And you're going to see hardly nobody owns Bitcoin. I was in a Latin space last night, shilling, XPX in Spanish. And one of the questions that Goose was asking these people in Colombia and Mexico and different Latin America countries, were there fellow co-workers talking about crypto? Were their neighbors talking about crypto? And these people in these countries said barely anybody talked about crypto. And this is something that's universal. Just like when the internet first came out, barely anybody had it. Not everybody had a computer. Not everybody had dial-up to be able to get on the internet. The same thing is happening all over again. So the fact that we can come together, have some fun, talk about our favorite projects, and actually see the next .com moment unravel right before our eyes is very, very exciting for me. If you guys really enjoy that as well, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come